Kate Miller sat alone in her apartment watching the rain hit her window. She felt tired after a long day at the genetics lab where she worked. Her phone buzzed with a message from her boss about tomorrow's meeting, but she ignored it. She needed rest. The doorbell rang. Kate looked at the clock. It was almost midnight. Who would visit at this hour? She walked to the door and looked through the peephole. A woman stood outside. Kate did not know her. The woman had pale skin that seemed to glow slightly. In the dark hallway, her eyes were large and tilted upward. Her hair was white, not blonde, but pure. White. Kate opened the door just a crack. Yes. The strange woman smiled, her lips too. Perfect, her teeth too white. I found you at last, she said, her voice musical and strange. My name is Lyra. I am your wife, Kate. Tried to close the door, but the woman put her hand against it. Her strength surprised Kate. The door stayed open. You do not remember me, Lyra said. I understand. They erased your memories, but I can help you remember. Kate felt scared, but also curious. Something about this woman seemed familiar, though Kate knew they had never met. What are you talking about? I'm not married. I don't know. You. Lyra pushed the door open gently and walked inside. Kate stepped back. Her heart beat fast. She should call for help, but something stopped her. Lyra did not seem dangerous, despite her strange words and appearance. I came from far away to find you, Lyra said, looking around the apartment. This is where they placed you. A simple life. A false life. I've lived in this city my whole life. Kate said, I have friends, family, photos, records. I wasn't placed anywhere. Lyra walked to Kate's bookshelf. She pulled out a photo album and opened it. These memories are manufactured, she said. They feel real to you, but they are not. Look closely at these pictures. Do you truly remember these moments, or do you only remember that they happened? Kate felt angry now. This woman had broken into her home and now questioned. Her memories. Leave or I'll call the police. The police cannot help either of us, Lyra said softly. They will be here soon. The ones who took you. The ones who made you forget me. Forget everything. They monitor this sector. They will detect my presence. Who are they? Kate asked, despite herself. The harvesters. Lyra looked out the window. They collect special beings from many worlds. You were special to them. Kate, your mind works differently than most humans. You see patterns others miss. That made you valuable. But you were even more valuable to me. You were my mate. Kate laughed now. This was crazy, some kind of scam or prank. Maybe her coworker Lisa set this up. She had been talking about setting Kate up on dates recently. I can prove it, Lyra said. She held out her hand, palm up. Kate stared. A small light appeared above Lyra's palm. It grew brighter, forming shapes that moved and danced. The light changed colors from blue to purple, to colors Kate had never seen before. What is that? Kate whispered, her anger replaced by wonder. A memory crystal, Lyra said. This holds our truth. Watch. The light expanded, filling the room. Kate saw images forming around her, stars, planets she didn't recognize. Strange buildings made of crystal and light. And then she saw herself, not in her apartment, but walking through a garden of plants that moved and sang. Her hand held Lyra's. They looked happy. The vision vanished. Kate blinked, trying to understand what she had seen. A trick. Light projection. Some technology she didn't know about. That was us, Lyra said. 3 cycles ago on my world before they took you. Kate shook her head. This couldn't be real. But the vision felt familiar, like a dream she once had but forgot. Look, I don't know what game you're playing. Sound interrupted, her a low hum that made the windows vibrate. Lyra's face changed from hopeful to afraid. They found us faster than I expected, she said. We need to leave now. Leave? Kate asked. Go where? Away from this place, from Earth. The harvesters will take us both. If we stay, They will separate us again. Erase more of you until nothing remains of who you truly are. Kate should have called the police, should have run from this strange woman. Instead, she asked, "How would we even leave?" "My ship." Lyra said, "It waits. Nearby I can take us beyond their reach. To safety. To my people who can restore your memories." The humming grew louder. Objects on Kate's shelves began to shake. A bright light flashed outside her window, illuminating the room in harsh blue light. Here Lyra grabbed Kate's hand. "We must go now. Do you trust me?" Kate looked into Lyra's strange eyes. Something deep inside her responded, something beyond memory or reason. "Yes," she said, surprised by her own answer. "I trust you." They ran down the stairs of the apartment building. The humming followed them. Kate looked up once and saw something massive hovering above the building. A ship, but not like any aircraft she knew. Its surface rippled like water reflecting the city lights. Lyra led her to an alley where something waited. Something hidden beneath what looked like a pile of trash but shimmered slightly as they approached. Lyra waved her hand, and the disguise fell away, revealing a small craft shaped like a teardrop. It had no wings, no visible engines, but Kate somehow knew it could fly. Inside, the craft was larger than it appeared outside, with seats that formed from the floor as they entered. Lyra placed her hands on a panel of light that appeared before her. The craft hummed to life. The wall of the craft became transparent. Kate could see outside. The large ship now hovered directly over them. A beam of light shot down. "Searching, they seek us," Lyra said as her fingers danced across the light panel. "We must leave quickly." The small craft rose silently into the air. Kate felt no movement but saw the ground fall away. The buildings grew smaller. The searching light beam passed over them once, twice, but did not catch them. "I made this vessel from materials that hide us," Lyra explained. "But the protection won't last if they focus their sensors. They are powerful, persistent." The night sky opened above them. Stars appeared, then grew brighter as the craft accelerated. Kate should have felt terrified, but instead felt a strange excitement. She watched Earth shrink below them until it became just another blue sphere among the stars. "Where are we going?" she asked. "Home," Lyra said. "My home. At least for now, until we can find a safer place. A place where the harvesters cannot reach us." Kate looked back at Earth one last time. Something told her she might never see it again. Yet that thought didn't scare her as much as it should have. In fact, part of her felt like she was leaving a prison, not a home. "Why do I feel this way?" she asked Lyra. "Why do I trust you when everything you say sounds impossible?" Because deep inside, Lyra touched Kate's hand. "You remember us, the connection we share." They could not fully erase that, no matter how hard they tried. The stars streaked past as Lyra guided their ship through space. Kate watched, amazed by how the vessel responded to the lightest touch of Lyra's fingers. No buttons, no switches, just light and movement. "How fast are we going?" Kate asked. "Faster than light," Lyra said, "but not in the way your scientists think possible. We bend space, not break its rules." Kate tried to understand. She had studied genetics, not physics, but she knew what Lyra described should be impossible. Yet here they were moving between stars. "You said they took my memories," Kate said after a long silence. "Who are they exactly? And why?" Lyra's face grew serious. "The harvesters travel between worlds, collecting beings with special traits. They study them, use them, sometimes return them. With altered memories, they believe themselves scientists, explorers, but they are thieves. And I had special traits." Lyra nodded. "Your mind, Kate. Your human brain processes information differently. You see patterns, connections that others miss. Even among my people, such gifts are rare. The harvesters found you when you made that discovery in your lab." Kate frowned. "What discovery?" "The gene sequence," Lyra said. "You found a pattern in human DNA that suggested manipulation from outside sources long ago. It threatened their secrecy." Kate remembered the project she had been working on for years. Unexplained sequences in human genetic code that didn't match evolutionary patterns. Her colleagues had dismissed her theories, called them wild speculation. But she had been right. "They took you, studied you," Lyra continued. Then I found you in their facility. I was working there. You worked for them? Kate asked, feeling betrayed, not by choice. Lyra's voice grew soft. My world was dying, our sun growing unstable. The harvesters offered technology to save some of us in exchange for our service. I was a navigator for their ships. But when I saw you, I could not continue their work. Why? Kate asked. Lyra looked at her with those strange eyes. Because we recognized each other, our souls knew, even if our minds did not. My people believe in soul connections, rare bonds that form across space and time. You would call it love at first sight. But it goes deeper. Kate didn't know what to believe. The story sounded like science, fiction, yet parts of it resonated with her. She had always felt different somehow, like she didn't quite belong. I helped you escape, Lyra said. We fled together, lived together for almost a year on a neutral world. Then they found us. They took you back, wiped your memory more thoroughly, planted you back on Earth with false memories of your life, and you. Kate asked, how did you find me again? I never stopped looking. Lyra smiled. It took time to track you. Find a ship, reach Earth without being detected. The harvesters are powerful, but not all powerful. The ship's lights dimmed briefly. Lyra frowned, touching controls with quick movements. What's wrong? Kate asked. They follow us, Lyra said. A harvester scout ship, small but fast. We must make the jump, soon jump. To where? To the safe zone. A region between systems where the harvesters rarely go. The journey will be difficult. Their ships are faster than mine. Kate looked at the controls. The patterns of light seemed familiar somehow, as if she had seen them before. She reached out without thinking and touched a sequence of lights. Lyra looked surprised. You remember how to fly it? I don't know, Kate said. Yet her fingers continued to move across the panel, adjusting settings she didn't consciously understand. The ship hummed differently, responded to her touch. Your muscle memory remains, Lyra said, pleased. Even if your conscious mind forgot. Your body remembers. Together they guided the ship. Lyra showing Kate which systems to adjust. The strange craft accelerated, faster than before. The stars blurred completely. The ship shuddered but held together. Behind them, the scout ship grew smaller on the view screen, unable to match their speed. Kate felt a strange pride in this. She might not remember being a navigator, but something in her knew how to fly. We will reach the jump point soon, Lyra said. But we need more power for the transition. Kate pointed to a pattern of light near Lyra's hand. What about this? Lyra hesitated. That's the emergency reserve. It's dangerous. To use it during a jump, but it would work. Kate said, somehow certain. Yes, but the risk. The scout ship is gaining again. Kate pointed out. We don't have a choice. Lyra nodded. You're right. She placed her hand over Kate's. Together, they pressed the pattern. The ship lurched forward. The stars disappeared, replaced by swirling colors Kate had never seen before. The jump transition, Lyra explained. We travel between space, not through it. The sensation was strange. Kate felt stretched and compressed at the same time. Colors, sounds, even smells mixed together in impossible ways. She closed her eyes but still saw everything. Then suddenly it stopped. The ship emerged in new space. Stars looked different here. The patterns unfamiliar. Kate checked the view screen. No sign of the scout ship. We lost them. Lyra said, relief in her voice. We're safe for now. Where are we? The border of the Veil Nebula. Lyra pointed to a massive cloud of gas and dust visible through the view screen. Beautiful, isn't it? Kate stared in awe. The nebula glowed in purples and blues. Streams of gas twisted like rivers of light. Stars burned bright within it. This was not the view from Earth telescopes. This was real, close, magnificent. My people have a settlement nearby, Lyra said. We will find help there. Kate looked at her alien wife, studying her more carefully now. Lyra appeared almost human, but not quite. Her eyes were larger, her fingers longer. Her skin had a faint luminescence. Her movements were too graceful, as if gravity affected her differently. Did I live with your people before Kate asked? Yes, for nearly a year. You adapted well, learned our language, our ways. Many welcomed you. Some feared you. But all respected you, especially after you helped save a village from disease. Your knowledge of genetics proved valuable. Kate tried to imagine it, living among aliens, being accepted by them. It seemed impossible, yet felt right somehow. I wish I could remember Lyra. Kate said, You will. Lyra touched her face gently. My people have technology that might restore what was taken, but it will take time. The mind is delicate. The harvesters are skilled at what they do. The ship continued toward the nebula. Kate watched the stars, feeling both lost and found. She had left behind everything she knew, yet sitting beside this alien woman felt more natural than any relationship she had on Earth. I have so many questions, Kate said. Ask them. Lyra smiled. We have time now. How did we meet exactly? In the facility, Lyra's eyes grew distant with memory. You were kept in isolation. I was assigned to monitor you. The harvesters thought I would be neutral objective, but each day as I watched you, I saw your courage, your brilliance. Even captive, you sought answers, studied your surroundings. One day you looked directly at the observation panel. You couldn't see me, but you spoke. What did I say? You said, I know you're there. I don't know who you are, but I know you're different from them. Help me, and I'll help you, and I did. Lyra continued. I disabled the security, took you from your cell. We stole a ship, escaped. That was brave of you, Kate said. Weren't you afraid? Terribly, Lyra admitted, but more afraid of continuing to serve them, of watching them destroy someone so special. The ship's computer chimed. Softly, Lyra checked the controls. We approached the settlement. She said, they have detected us. They will send an escort. Soon. Kate nodded, feeling strangely calm, despite everything. A part of her still wondered if this was all a dream or delusion, but dream or not, she had chosen to follow it. To trust this woman who claimed to be her wife. What will happen when we arrive? Kate asked. My people will welcome us, hide us. Lyra said. They will help restore your memories if possible. More importantly, they will protect us. The harvesters avoid direct conflict. They prefer stealth manipulation. They will not attack a settlement. And then we decide our path. Lyra said, we could stay with my people, or seek another world, or perhaps what Kate prompted, perhaps, return to Earth someday, Lyra said. To warn others, the harvesters have manipulated human development for centuries. Few know the truth. You were beginning to discover it. That's why they took you. Kate thought about her research, the anomalies she had found in the human genome. The patterns that suggested outside influence. Her colleagues had laughed, but what if she had been right? What if humans weren't entirely natural creations but partially engineered? Small ships appeared on the view screen, heading toward them. Our escort, Lyra said. They will guide us in. Kate watched the approaching ships, feeling a mixture of fear and anticipation. She was about to meet aliens live among them, perhaps even remember being married to one. The normal life she thought she had lived now seemed like the illusion Lyra claimed it was. Whatever happens, Kate said, taking Lyra's hand. I want to remember. I want the truth. The escort ships guided them through the nebula. Gas clouds swirled around them, glowing and shifting in colors. Kate had never seen colors that shouldn't exist, yet she saw them, felt them somehow. This nebula hides us, Lyra explained. The radiation confuses sensors. The gases block visual scans, perfect for a people who wish to remain hidden. The ships emerged from the thickest part of the nebula. Kate gasped. A massive structure floated before them. Not a planet, but something built. Something, alive with lights and movement. The colony ship. Lyra said, pride in her voice. Our home since we left our dying world. 200,000 of my people live here. It looked like a series of rings connected by spokes. Each ring rotated slowly, creating gravity. Kate guessed ships of various sizes moved around it like bees around a hive. Gardens grew along the outer rings. plants unlike anything on Earth. It's beautiful, Kate whispered. And familiar. You lived here with me. Lyra smiled for many months. We had quarters in the inner ring. Their small ship approached the massive colony. An opening appeared on one of the rings. They flew inside, landing in what Kate realized was a hangar. Ships of various designs surrounded them. Many looked organic, alive. Rather than built, are you ready? Lyra asked. Kate nodded. Though her heart beat fast, the ship's door opened. She smelled air different from Earth's, sweeter, with hints of something like cinnamon and ozone. She followed Lyra outside. Several beings waited. For them, they looked like Lyra, tall, slender, with large eyes and pale skin that glowed faintly. Their hair varied in colors, white, silver, pale blue. They wore simple clothing that seemed to shift colors with their movements. Lyra spoke to them in a language of musical notes and clicks Kate couldn't understand. Yet some sounds seemed familiar, as if she had heard them before, perhaps spoken them. The tallest of the aliens approached Kate, studying her with eyes that changed color from blue to purple. It spoke somehow. Kate understood. Welcome back. Kate Miller. We feared we would never see you again. You speak English? Kate said, surprised. No, the alien replied. The translator implant in your neck functions still. The harvesters did not remove. Kate touched her neck, feeling nothing, but the alien pointed to a spot below her ear. It is beneath the skin, microscopic. You cannot feel it. Lyra stepped forward. This is Nari, she explained to Kate. My sister. She helped us before. Kate nodded, uncertain. What to say? How do you do seemed inadequate when meeting an alien who claimed to know her. Your mind was violated. Nari said, her tone gentle. We sensed this when your ship approached. The memory blocks are extensive. You remember nothing of us. Very little, Kate admitted. Just feelings, impressions. Some things seem familiar, but I can't place them. Nari looked at Lyra. The restoration will be difficult, sister. The blocks are stronger than before. Can it be done? Lyra asked. Perhaps Nari motioned for them to follow. But it will take time. And it will cause pain. Kate asked suddenly. Nervous. Not physical pain. Nari explained as they walked through corridors of shifting light. But emotional pain. Memories return in fragments, often the most emotional. First the trauma of capture, the fear, the loss. These will come before happier memories. Kate looked at Lyra, who took her hand gently. I will be with you, Lyra promised. Whatever you remember, whatever you feel, I will not leave you. They entered what appeared to be living quarters. The walls glowed softly, providing light. The furniture grew from the floor, organic and adjustable rest. First, Nari said, the journey has tired you both. We will begin tomorrow when your energies are restored. After Nari left, Kate explored the rooms, touching the strange surfaces that responded to her fingers. The walls changed colors based on her mood. The temperature adjusted automatically to her comfort. Food appeared in what must be a kitchen area, fruits and vegetables she had never seen. But they smelled good. This was our home, Lyra said, standing in the doorway of one room. Inside, Kate saw what looked like a bed, though it hovered above the floor without support. We slept there, Kate asked, her voice small. Yes, Lyra smiled. Many nights. You said it felt like floating on water. You loved that, Kate approached the bed tentatively. She touched it. The surface yielded to her hand, soft but supportive. She sat down, then lay back. The bed adjusted to her body perfectly. She closed her eyes. Images flashed in her mind. Lying here before Lyra, beside her. Talking, laughing. Their bodies close. The memory felt real but distant, like a movie she had watched long ago, not something she had lived. I remember pieces, Kate said, softly. This bed, the feeling of it, but not complete memories, just fragments. That is how it begins, Lyra said, sitting beside her. First sensations, feelings, then fuller memories will come. Kate looked at this alien woman who watched her with such love, such hope. Part of Kate still couldn't believe this was real. Yet another part, deeper, more instinctual, accepted everything as truth. Tell me about us, Kate said. How we lived here, what we did together. Lyra smiled. You worked with our scientists. Your knowledge of genetics helped us understand the harvester's manipulations of many species, including your own. You learned our language faster than anyone expected. You adapted to our food, our customs, our ways, and us. Kate pressed. What were we like? Together, we were happy. Lyra said simply, we complemented each other. Your curiosity, my caution, your analysis, my intuition. You taught me about Earth, about humans. I taught you about the stars, the many worlds. Did we argue? Sometimes Lyra laughed a musical sound. You were stubborn, determined to return to Earth to warn others. I feared for your safety. But I admired your courage. Kate tried to imagine it. Living here with this woman, being part of this alien world, it seemed impossible. Yet she felt comfortable in this place, as if her body remembered even if her mind did not. I need to see more, Kate said, standing up. Show me this place. Maybe it will help me. Remember, Lyra nodded. They left their quarters, walking through corridors that curved and branched. Lyra's people nodded to them in greeting. Some looked surprised to see Kate, others smiled or made gestures. Kate didn't understand. The colony ship was vast. Kate realized each section served different purposes. They passed gardens where strange plants grew, tended by beings who sang to them. They saw workshops where artisans created tools and art from materials Kate couldn't identify. They visited a large open space where children played games that involved light and movement. They look so human, Kate said, watching the children. Yet not. We are similar in many ways, Lyra explained. Parallel evolution. The universe favors certain forms, certain solutions. Our differences are mainly adaptations to different worlds, different stars. They continued, walking, eventually reaching an observation deck. A huge transparent wall showed the nebula outside. Stars glowed through colorful gases. The view took Kate's breath away. I brought you here often, Lyra said. This was your favorite place. You said it. Helped you understand your place in the universe. Kate stood transfixed by the view, the beauty, the scale, the colors. It made Earth seem small, distant, not just in space, but in development, in understanding. I know this place, Kate whispered. The memories, stronger now. I stood here with you. We talked about Earth, about my home, about whether I could ever return. Yes, Lyra said, excitement in her voice. You remember. Not everything, Kate cautioned. Just this moment. Standing here looking out, feeling both lost and found. It's a start. Lyra touched Kate's face gently. Each memory will lead to others. Like pulling a thread. The full tapestry will emerge in time. Kate turned to look at Lyra standing in the starlight, her alien features beautiful in ways Kate couldn't have imagined before. She reached out, touching Lyra's face, feeling the smooth, warm skin beneath her fingers. Something stirred inside her. Not just memory, but emotion. I want to remember. Kate said, I want to know if what I feel is real or just suggestion. It is real, Lyra assured her. The harvesters can take memories but not feelings, not connections. Those remain buried deep, waiting. A signal chimed softly. Lyra touched a panel on the wall. Nari's face appeared, made of light. The healers are ready, sister, she said. If Kate is willing. Kate nodded. I'm ready. They walked to another section of the colony, a quiet area with soft lighting and gentle music. Nari waited with two others, their eyes kind but serious. The procedure is not simple, Nari explained. We must undo the blocks carefully, layer by layer. Too fast and your mind might break. Try to create order from chaos too slow, and the blocks regenerate. I understand. Kate said, though she didn't, not really lie here. Nari indicated a contoured surface. Kate lay down, feeling the surface adjust to her body. Lyra stood nearby, holding her hand. Relax, one of the healers said, their voice gentle. Open your mind to us. Do not resist. Kate closed her eyes, tried to clear her thoughts. The healers placed their hands near her head, not touching but close. She felt warmth, then a strange sensation like fingers sifting through sand in her mind. Images began to appear, random, disconnected. A laboratory. Cold lights, faces looking down at her. Fear rising, hands holding her down. Pain, Kate gasped, tried to sit up. Lyra held her hand tighter. Stay with it. Her voice steady. These are just memories. They cannot hurt you now. More images running through corridors, alarms blaring. Lyra pulling her along. A ship, escape, stars, freedom, then peace. A home. Their home on the colony. Learning, living. Loving tears ran down Kate's face as emotions flooded through her. Joy, fear, love, loss. She remembered. Not everything. Not yet. But enough to know Lyra spoke the truth. They had been together. They had loved each other. The days that followed were filled with memories returning in waves. Some sweet, some painful. Kate remembered her capture, how the harvesters had taken her from her lab late one night. Questions, tests, examinations. Her fear turned to anger, then determination to escape. She remembered meeting Lyra. The connection between them instant and unexplainable. Their escape together. The months living among Lyra's people. Learning their ways, their customs, their science. Each day brought more clarity, more understanding, but also more questions. They found us before, Kate said one morning as they ate breakfast in their quarters. They will find us again, won't they? Lyra didn't deny it. The harvesters are persistent. She agreed. They have technology beyond most worlds. They will search. Why me? Kate asked the question that haunted her. I'm just one human, one scientist. There must be others like me. Lyra set down her food. It's not just your mind, Kate. Though that is remarkable, it's your genetics. My genetics. Lyra nodded. You carry something rare. A genetic sequence that appears in less than 1% of humans. A sequence the harvesters recognize from their experiments. Kate guessed. No, Lyra said. From their creators. Kate stared at her, not understanding. The harvesters were created long ago, Lyra explained, by beings more advanced than either of our peoples. These creators visited many worlds, seeded life, manipulated evolution. The harvesters were their servants, designed to collect, monitor, adjust, but the creators vanished. Millions of years ago, the harvesters continued their work, became independent. And humans, Kate asked, were we created too? Not created. Lyra said, modified, enhanced. The creators visited Earth when humans were still primitive. They made small changes too. Your genetic code changes that would develop over time, that would someday create minds like yours, able to see patterns, understand complexity, solve problems in unique ways. Kate thought about her research. The anomalies she had found in human DNA, the sequences that didn't match evolutionary patterns. It made a strange, terrible sense. You carry more of their modifications than most humans. Lyra continued. That makes you valuable to the harvesters. You remind them of their creators. They study you, hoping to understand why they were abandoned, what their purpose should be. Now Kate shook her head. This is too much. Gods and servants. Genetic manipulation. The fate of humanity. The fate of many worlds. Lyra corrected. The harvesters influence dozens of species. Many don't know they are being guided, manipulated. Why tell me this now? Kate asked. Because your memories are returning, Lyra said. Because soon you will remember everything, including what you discovered before they took you the second time. What? Did I discover? You found a way to block them, Lyra said. A frequency that disrupts their tracking technology, that blinds their sensors. You are going to bring this knowledge back to Earth, to give humans a defense. Kate stood up, pacing the room. That's why they took me again. Why they wiped my memory more thoroughly. Yes, Lyra said. They feared what would happen if humans could hide from them. If their millennia of influence ended. Kate stopped looking out at the nebula through their window. Do I still have this knowledge, she asked Will. I remember it. The healers believe you will, Lyra said. It's buried deep but intact. Your mind protected what it valued most. A chime sounded. Nari's face appeared on the wall panel. Sister, she said, her voice urgent. We detect harvester ships approaching. They have found a way through the nebula. How many? Lyra asked, standing quickly. 3 large vessels, Nari replied. They will reach us within hours. Prepare the defenses. Lyra said, we must protect the colony. What defenses? Kate asked after the call ended. You said the harvesters avoid conflict. They do, Lyra acknowledged, but they will make exceptions for prizes they value highly. My people have weapons. We rarely use them, but we remember how Kate followed Lyra through, the colony watching as calm order turned to purposeful action. People moved quickly, checking systems, preparing ships, securing sections. Children and elders were moved to central areas. Protective shields activated around the colony rings. In a large command center, Nari directed operations, her calm voice guiding others. Screens showed the approaching harvester ships. Massive dark vessels that seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. They will try to disable rather than destroy, Lyra explained. As they watched, they want the colony intact. They want you alive, Kate asked. But there are thousands of people here. The harvesters are patient, practical. Lyra said, they will take what they want and leave. If we surrender you, they will go. That's not an option, Kate said firmly. I won't let others suffer for me. Nari joined them, her expression serious. Our shields will hold for a time, she said, but not indefinitely. We have prepared an escape vessel for you both. You must reach the outer system, the gateway. The gateway, Kate asked. A portal, Lyra explained. Created by the ancients, it leads to other systems far from here. Too small for the harvester ships, but our vessel can pass through. Kate shook her head. I can't just run. You must, Nari said. The colony will scatter through the nebula. We have protocols for this. Many small ships hiding in radiation clouds. The harvesters cannot track all of us, but they will never stop hunting you. Kate, because of what I know. Yes, Nari said. And what you might. Remember the knowledge that could free worlds from their influence. An alarm sounded. Screens showed the harvester ships entering the outer reaches of the colony's space. Their dark forms ominous against the colorful nebula. We need to move now, Lyra said, taking Kate's hand. As they hurried through corridors, Kate felt memories unlocking faster. Fragments connecting, forming complete pictures. She remembered working in the colony's labs, testing frequencies, recording results, finding the pattern that disrupted harvester sensors. She remembered the excitement of discovery, the hope of bringing this knowledge to Earth. She remembered the attack too, the harvesters finding them, the fear, the capture. Her last sight of Lyra screaming, fighting as they were separated. The colony shook around them. Lights flickered. They're using gravitational weapons, Nari said, joining them again. Trying to disrupt our shields. Get to Hangar 7. The vessel waits. People ran past them, some afraid, some determined. Kate saw families separating tearful goodbyes as some boarded small ships while others remained to defend the colony. It broke her heart. This is my fault, she said to Lyra. They came for me. No, Lyra said firmly. They came because they fear freedom. They fear losing control. This is their fault, not yours. They reached the hangar. A sleek vessel waited, engines glowing softly, ready for immediate departure. Nari embraced Lyra, spoke quickly in their language. Kate understood through her translator. The frequency. Data is in the ship's computer, Nari said to Kate. Everything you discovered, your notes, your findings. Earth must have this knowledge. Kate nodded, feeling the weight of responsibility. Thank you, she said. What about you? I stay with my people, Nari replied. We will scatter, regroup elsewhere. We have done this before. We will survive. The colony shook more violently. Alarms blared louder. A voice announced, shield failures in outer sections. Go now. Nari pushed them toward the ship. Inside, the vessel responded instantly to Lyra's commands. Rising smoothly, exiting the hangar into open space, Kate watched on screens as the colony behind them began to break apart. Not destroyed, but deliberately separating rings, detaching, becoming independent vessels, smaller, sections launching away in all directions. A planned evacuation. The harvester ships seemed confused, targeting, scattering, trying to track multiple vessels at once. They cannot follow everyone. Lyra said, they will prioritize us, Kate guessed. Lyra nodded. Piloting their ship away from the main battle screens showed a harvester vessel breaking off pursuit. Their massive ship turning toward them. I remember the gateway now, Kate said suddenly. The coordinates, the frequency key. Enter them, Lyra said, gesturing to the control panel. Kate placed her hands on the glowing surface, information flowing from her mind through her fingers. The ship adjusted course, accelerating. The harvester vessel followed, gaining slowly. There Kate pointed ahead. A strange distortion in space. A ripple like heat waves above hot pavement but spanning kilometers. The gateway, Lyra confirmed. Activate the disruption frequency. Kate accessed the ship systems, finding the data from her previous research. She activated the frequency. The ship hummed differently, the sound making her teeth vibrate slightly. On the screen, the pursuing harvester vessel slowed. Its sensors confused by the signal. They were still visible, but harder to track. Their signal mixed with nebula radiation were approaching the gateway. Lyra said, the transition will be fast, violent. Hold tight. The gateway grew larger on their screens, the distortion more pronounced. The harvester ship fired energy weapons, the beams passing close but missing their smaller, faster vessel, almost there. Lyra's hands moved quickly across controls, preparing the ship. The gateway filled their view now, a swirling mass of energy and light. The harvester ship fired again, this time hitting their engines. The ship shuddered, systems flickered. Kate held tight to her seat. Damage. Lyra reported engine power reduced. We're still moving, but slower. The gateway pulled at them, its gravity drawing them in. But the harvester ship gained, closing the distance. Another hit would disable them. Kate knew we need more power, she said, remembering something from before. Something she had discovered. The frequency, Kate said. Can we modify it? Increase the amplitude? Direct it like a weapon? Lyra looked at her. Yes, but it would drain our power reserves. We might not make it through the gateway. We won't make it at all if they catch us, Kate said. The system they arrived in had 7 planets orbiting a yellow star similar to Earth's sun, but none supported life as Kate knew it. 2 gas giants, 3 barren rocks, a frozen world, and 1 covered entirely in ocean with no land masses. We need to find help, Lyra said as they assessed their situation. The ship is damaged. The gateway transit strained our systems. We have limited power, limited supplies. Kate checked the star charts in the ship's computer. This system isn't empty, she said, pointing to data readings ships pass through here. Trade routes. Lyra studied the information. The confluence, she said, recognition in her voice. A neutral zone where many species meet, trade exchange information. I've been here before. Many years ago. Can we reach it? Kate asked. Lyra calculated. The strain on our engines will be significant, but yes. With careful power management, we can reach the trading post in this system. The journey took 3 days, their ship limping along, conserving energy. Kate used the time to organize her memories, the knowledge she had recovered about the harvesters, their technology, their weaknesses. She recorded everything in the ship's computer, creating backups, redundancies. The trading post orbited between the two. Gas giants, a massive structure built from asteroids and salvaged ships. Parts added over centuries, creating a chaotic but functional whole. Ships of various designs docked along its exterior. Some Kate recognized from Lyra's colony, others completely. Alien, the docking authorities asked few questions, accepted their payment in energy credits. Lyra had explained that the trading post operated on principles of neutrality and commerce. Questions invited trouble. No one wanted trouble inside the trading post. Kate stared in wonder. The main concourse stretched for kilometers. Beings of all shapes, sizes, colors moved through spaces designed to accommodate various atmospheres and gravity needs. Some floated, some crawled, some used mechanical assistance. To move, shop stalls, restaurants, workshops filled every available space. Smells, sounds Kate could not identify assaulted her senses. Stay close, Lyra warned. Many here are peaceful traders, but others would sell us to the highest bidder if they knew what we carried. Kate nodded, keeping her hood up, following Lyra through the crowds. They needed parts for their ship fuel provisions. A safe place to plan their next move. Lyra led them to a quiet section away from the main areas. A door opened to a small shop filled with ship components. An alien Kate could only describe as insectoid greeted Lyra with clicking sounds. An old friend, Lyra explained to Kate. Vex helped me before when I searched for you. The insectoid being examined their ships, data core clicking rapidly. Lyra translated, the damage is significant but repairable. Vex says the parts are available, but expensive. How do we pay? Kate asked. We have limited credits. Vex clicked again, gesturing with multiple limbs information. Lyra translated, Vex trades in knowledge as well as parts. Star charts, gateway locations, harvester movements, can we trust him? Kate whispered. Her Lyra corrected, Vex is female. And yes, as much as anyone here. She hates the harvesters. They destroyed her world. Kate nodded. Understanding shared enemies created strong bonds. They negotiated information for repairs, locations of harvester outposts. Kate had seen during her captivity for fuel and provisions. Vex worked quickly, multiple limbs moving in coordinated efficiency. Their ship would be ready in 2 days. They found lodging in a quiet section of the trading post, a small room but secure, the door locked with biometric scans, the walls shielded against surveillance. Kate sat on the bed, looking at star charts, planning routes to Earth. It seemed impossibly far now. Hundreds of light years. Dozens of jumps needed, each dangerous, each using precious resources. We need more help, Lyra said, sitting beside her. This journey is too difficult for just us two in a small, damaged ship. Kate knew she was right. But who would help them? Who would risk harvester attention? Lyra touched the wall panel, bringing up data. The resistance, she said. There are others who fight against harvester influence groups hiding in remote systems, developing technologies, disrupting operations. I made contact with some during my search for you. Could they help us reach Earth? Perhaps, Lyra said. But they might want your knowledge first. To use against the harvesters, they might not prioritize warning. Earth. Kate considered this. The frequency disruptor technology she had developed could be weaponized. She had seen that during their escape. Could she trust others with this knowledge? Would they use it responsibly? I need to think. Kate said, It's not just about Earth anymore, is it? It's about all the worlds under harvester influence. Lyra nodded. The harvesters connect many species, many civilizations. Some benefit from their guidance. Others suffer under their control. The balance of power would shift dramatically if their influence ended. A signal chimed at their door. Lyra checked the scanner. Vex. Kate recognized the insectoid form. The door opened. Vex entered, her limbs moving in agitated patterns. She clicked rapidly to Lyra, whose expression grew concerned. What's wrong? Kate asked. Harvesters. Lyra translated. They've arrived at the trading post. 3 ships just like those that attacked the colony. How? Kate asked. We used the gateway. They couldn't follow. Vex clicked again. They must have tracked our energy signature. Lyra said the frequency disruptor leaves traces. They followed those traces. They're searching the trading post. The authorities won't stop them. Commerce will continue, but they'll find us eventually. We need to leave. Kate said, Our ship isn't ready, Lyra replied. Still 2 days of repairs. Vex clicked again, gesturing toward the door. She has another option. Lyra translated. A smuggler's vessel. Leaving soon. Bound for the outer rim. Can take passengers. No questions asked. Can we trust this smuggler? Kate asked. Vex clicked. Her response. Trust is irrelevant. Lyra translated. Money is relevant. The smuggler needs funds. The journey is expensive. How expensive? Everything we have. Lyra said. And information. Locations of safe harbors. Gateway. Coordinates. Kate hesitated, giving away more knowledge. More secrets. But what choice did they have? When does this ship leave? She asked. 1 hour. Lyra translated after Vex's response. We must decide now. Kate looked at Lyra, at Vex, at the star chart showing Earth so distant, yet the harvesters were here now searching. They had no time. We go, Kate decided. They gathered their few possessions. Most importantly, the data cores containing Kate's research, following Vex through back corridors, avoiding main concourses. They passed through maintenance tunnels, service areas, places most traders never saw. Vex led them to a small hangar bay. A ship waited unlike any Kate had seen before. It seemed cobbled together from parts of other vessels. Yet something about it suggested speed stealth. The smuggler stood beside it, a humanoid figure, tall, thin, with gray skin and 4 arms. He spoke to Vex in a language of whistles and hums. Deal is made, Lyra translated after Vex replied. He takes us to the outer rim from there. We find our own way. Is that close to Earth? Kate asked, showing him the star chart. The smuggler studied it, whistled something to Vex. Not close. Lyra said, but closer. The outer rim has many gateways, many options. The harvesters avoid it. Too chaotic. Too lawless. Kate nodded. It was their best option, perhaps their only one. The harvesters would search the entire trading post. Find their damaged ship? Question. Everyone. Vex clicked once more, embraced Lyra with multiple limbs. She even touched Kate's shoulder, a gesture of respect, Kate realized. The smuggler gestured them aboard his ship. The interior matched the exterior. Functional but chaotic controls from different systems merged together. Seats designed for various body types. Kate chose one that looked most human, adjusted it to fit. Through viewport, she saw harvester soldiers entering the main hangar bay, their armor black and silver, their movements precise, mechanical. They carried weapon scanning devices. The smuggler noticed too. He whistled sharply, his 4 arms moving rapidly across controls. The ship hummed to life, rising on silent engines. A hangar door opened. They slipped through into open space, accelerating quickly, the trading post falling behind. Kate watched as harvester ships orbited the massive structure. They hadn't detected the smuggler's vessel yet, but they would soon. The smuggler activated something. A field surrounded their ship. Kate recognized the technology, a stealth system, similar to what Lyra's people used, but modified, cruder yet effective. The stars stretched as they accelerated, the smuggler's ship faster than it appeared. Kate watched the instruments tracking their progress. They were heading away from the trading post, away from the harvesters. For now, they were safe. Lyra joined her at the viewport. We will reach Earth. She promised, I don't know when or how. But we will complete this journey. Kate took her hand. I know, she said. The truth needs to be told. Humans need to understand their history, their potential, the threats they face, and after Lyra asked what then, when Earth knows, Kate hadn't thought beyond the journey, beyond delivering her knowledge. But now she considered a future where humans knew about the harvesters, about alien life, about their own manipulated evolution. It would change everything. Religion, science, politics. Nothing would remain the same. I don't know, Kate admitted. But whatever happens, I want to face it with you. Lyra smiled, her alien features beautiful in the starlight. You remember everything now. Almost everything, Kate said. Some gaps remain, but the important things, the feelings, those are clear in the distance. The first jump point approached, a gateway to another system. another step in their long journey home. But home had changed. For Kate, Earth was her origin, but perhaps no longer her only home.